Welcome, listeners, viewers, and everyone in between. I'm your lovely host, Mr. Green. Welcome to the studio, and welcome on to this new episode to the Mega Pokemon series, which I'm practically trying to make into a more of a just variety series for Pokemon. But for now, Megas are just more fun. Anyway, other than that, episode 2 took a lot longer because, ta-da! We got another person on the collab, along with V. You know V, the chaotic gremlin we've all grown to love. So, we all have 3 Mega Pokemon we've designed from Pokemon who don't have Megas, and, well, now we're going to show them off. Like and subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 200 subscribers next time, because I just noticed we're at 100 subscribers at the studio. Yay! That's awesome. So I'm going to post a giant animation I've been working on for the past couple months to honor the 100 subscriber special. Alright then, enjoy the show. Let's begin with this one. So a fun fact about Magmortar some tend to forget is the fact that its fireballs are like 1,000 degrees hot. So originally I wanted to make its body a bit translucent to emulate the fact that it has so much energy stored inside that its, skin started to melt. In classic Pokemon Mega fashion, putting them through excruciating pain, the classic. But no, I thought, what if its energy is just getting so condensed that its body begins to shake off unnecessary material so it can store more energy, and that energy just turns into plasma, electrical plasma. So yeah, that's why the electric type is there. No other reason, absolutely no other reason, not because there's another fire electric type in this video. Other than that, I did have trouble designing it. The first few drafts were a little silly. I was still trying to get used to the Pokemon style, trying to adapt it into my style, which is a lot more illustratory and complicated. But yeah, eventually I figured it out, and we have this design now. So, let's have a look.
Hi, hey, welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not. I go by a lot of names on the internet, but I go by Grimm, I guess, just mostly. So I'm really your host for today. I'm your third co-host, and that's fun to be. So hi. So, just as a little forward before, we get into things, for my designs, I sort of had this, overarching theme of, past, present, and future, and how, we can, grow or regress, possibly, if we focus on what we can control within, those time frames, So, generally, this is, a very, conceptual trio, and I just wanted to get some kind of oddball picks for this, and my first one isn't very oddball pick of me, and honestly that's kind of okay. This is actually the latest design I did for it, or the collection. It's kind of in reverse order, but in any case, here is Mega Porygon Z. Now, just preface before this was before Mega Dimensions came out. This was a long time in the making, but now that it's out, this is a little bit outdated, but we ball. So Mega Porygon Z is a normal poison type, and this really plays into its main theming. You see, for its lore, Mega Porygon Z desperately wants to return to a time of stability within its life, that being like Porygon or Porygon 2. And so, like, with the overabundance of like Mega Energy and like the old dormant coding within it that like allows it to survive between like universes and timelines, it's now kind of turned itself into like a nuclear, like not really like a black hole sort of, that like is like trying to like punch a hole through like time itself to just get back to a point where like it was actually like functional. But like within that, it's like slowly devolving and like in pain, in like it's always kind of like it's holding a life orb, but that was like the old ability. Now it doesn't really have that. So the main thing with Mega Porygon Z is that theming. Like, so concept-wise, I really like wanted to play on the ideas of like retrofuturism, because like for the past design, I wanted to be like chasing the past, and like in regards to AI, I wanted to like sort of make like a little bit of a political statement. I know it's a little bit woke of me, not very woke of. It's very woke of me. I'm sorry. So well, for that, I wanted to like play into like the idea of like generative AI and how it's like sort of being co-opted by a group who like wants to sort of like send the world back a bit. So like with this, like it's an AI who wants to go back, and it's kind of a bit of a like not opportune thing. But the other important thing with this is its ability. It does not get adaptability. I should have given it adaptability. I really should have. But I didn't, because originally I wanted to give it an ability similar to Download, because like that's like Porygon 2's ability, and because of that, it really like has synergy with this whole idea of like, oh, it's like trying to go back to a period when it was stable. But then that immediately fell through. So when I realized that it was actually really sucked. So my new idea is so basically, whenever it hits a Pokemon with a status effect, it does like a lot more damage, but it also gains recoil on itself. And so, yeah, it's not really that much of like a complicated Pokemon, really, but like I think I really enjoy it. Not my favorite out of this bunch, but it's a good Pokemon. I like it. So, yeah. Alright, for my second Pokemon, this is the present one. This is the present moment in time where we stand right now. So, my idea for this one, and here's the oddball picks I was talking about, Mega Love Disc. Now, obviously, Love Disc is a really bad Pokemon. I'm gonna be honest here, like, in most regards, it's not very well-liked. Like, its design, a little bit boring. Its stats, absolutely atrocious. It really doesn't do anything, and that's okay. And the thing I really wanted to state with this is, like, we underestimate, like, how much love and reverence Love has for, like, its trainer. And, like, if there were a trainer to, like, really passionately love this stupid fish just with all of their heart, I think that through the power of Mega Evolution, Love will finally, like, show, like, its worth through all it has, and thus it becomes a pretty princess magical girl, and it's just awesome, and I love it. You can see the special attack and speed are the only things that change, I think, I'm pretty sure, because this thing's gonna die immediately, unless its ability activates. Also, it's a water fairy type, I don't think I mentioned that, sorry, I got really caught up in the story of it all. So, its ability is True Love, and I kind of wanted to make it a little bit broken, but I think I didn't make it broken enough. So it allows friendship mechanics like surviving a hit, clearing the status effect, doing a crit, all of that stuff. It happens twice as often now, and it can happen at the normal rate in competitive battles. So if you have max friendship Love Disc, yeah, that's gonna be an absolute monster. Because that has, like, 5 focus sashes, I think, if it's, like, on, like, a regular battle. And that's kind of crazy for a Pokemon that has, like, 43 HP, if I remember correctly. Oh gosh. Just, I love Disc, honestly. I had to give this thing, like, another extra 50 points in its stats to make it work. I took so much time for these stats. It's just... I'm just so proud that I was able to make this stupid little fish just something that I really enjoy. Conceptually, design-wise, I think it's a really fun design. I wanted to go for, like, a bow, like Cupid's bow, like pretty princess magical girl thing. That's why it has the cute little crown and the frilly dress. You know, it's just nice, and I'm proud of myself. So, yeah, that's the design.
Mega Mousehold is an extremely difficult Pokemon to Mega Evolve. I tried to look up some references by seeing how other people Mega Evolved it, but most of the time I just found them just aging up the older mice and aging up the other mice. And I thought, oh, that's just... I mean, creative as it is, they just made them grown up. It's just bigger Mousehold with older Mousehold. It doesn't feel the same. I looked at a bunch of Gmax forms, which admittedly are amazing. There was one where the baby was a giant, the parents were on top, and that was lovely. I also looked at its Bulbapedia and saw a bunch of the promotional material before it officially came out in that gen that it was introduced in, and they were stacked, so I thought, what if I stack them? And I did a design for that, I concepted it, but I didn't really, like it, so scrapped it, and I tried to make another. I tried to make one where, at the time, I was playing Bioshock, and, well, I really enjoyed playing it, so I tried to think, what if I fused them to make a Mega where the parents fuse to protect the kids better? But no, that just didn't look right. And then I stumbled across this design, where I just decided, what if I age up the parents more, give them facial hair to deduce who's who, other than the shirt, and I make the kids the ones that, DIY'd their hair color. So, yeah, that was honestly the idea for it. They just become a bit more bulky and cool, and I honestly think it's awesome. Like, evolutionarily, maybe it doesn't work, but the parents getting stronger to protect the kids as they're growing up with their creativity and curiosity. So, yeah. Other than that, let's have a look.
And now for my final Pokemon. I like this idea came to me like as soon as like I heard the prompt and like got my ideas for like a past, present, and future designs. So for this one, this really has like a lot of story to it and not much concept. So basically, hold on with me. So, what's a Pokemon that is completely overshadowed? Just right off the top of your head. What about one whose like other evolution is incredibly famous? Like you may think like Raichu, I guess, but Raichu has like 2 other Mega Evolutions at the time of recording this. Why? Why? They're not even good, honestly. I'm sorry. Mega Raichu isn't my favorite design. But otherwise, a Pokemon that is completely shafted because its other counterpart, I guess, is so, like, crazy and just completely wacko that you can't really make it all that special. I am describing Ninjask. Ninjask is a really sad Pokemon once you think about it. It's sort of like trapped within its own shadow's shadow. Like its shed skin, the thing it removed to like evolve, is the thing that it's more famous for. The literal garbage it excreted to be able to evolve, that's the thing that's more famous? What? And so for this design, I thought of the idea of self-improvement, of Ninjask finally like improving on its self-worth. And so for that, I decided to give it a full-on shonen anime training arc, and thus we get Mega Ninjask. I'm so proud of this. Like, this is probably one of my favorites out of this whole batch. Yeah. Like, this idea, as I said, came to me, like, almost immediately. Like, this and Mega Love Disc, like, that was, like, already set. You know, and then, like, I had a lot of other ideas for the final one, you know, like Mega Cradilly. But anyway, okay, so Mega Ninjask is a dark bug type. And it's got like, it's a really fast Pokemon. I didn't even know that Ninjask had 165 speed. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. But like, it's just completely wacko and bonkers. So I decided, or if its attack stats, so I decided to give it a really wacko and bonkers ability. And that would be After Image. So After Image, basically, it sets up a substitute whenever it Mega Evolves. Basically like a free Shed Tail, but like for the same Pokemon. It immediately evaporates if you leave or like it takes enough damage, but it's a substitute. It's just an immediate substitute whenever it enters, and that allows it to immediately just like set up because it's a Ninjask. It's gonna evaporate to any move, so like you get like one turn of setup, and then you can raise hell. I'm so proud of Mega Ninjask. Like, it's just so cool. My biggest inspiration for it was like Yugimoto, because I think that's kind of cool. I don't really know. That's kind of all I did for it. But like just the body bag, carcass, not carcass, like a shed skin that it's taken off in order to be able to like show off its true self. I think that's just really nice imagery and just shows like self-improvement and like fighting for a better future, I guess. I don't really know. This is the future one. Like, I don't know. I'm just really proud of this guy. And I hope you are too. So yeah, that's all of my designs. I'm looking forward to whatever else everyone else draws, and for now, I hope this helped. And yeah, see ya.
Mega Tinkaton came naturally to me. So naturally that it's just such a raw and unadulterated first draft that I just adored so much that it flowed from one point to the other without a single hesitation in my mind. Tinkaton alone is one of my favorite Pokemon from the newer generations, and I adore its concept. It's a small creature with a big hammer that bashes it across others' heads. I mean, what's not to love about that thing? And the fact that its lore indicates that it gets braver and braver and starts hunting Corviknights to put more material onto its hammer is so cool. So I decided upon Mega Evolution. What if it just has wings? Now, of course, the typing is gonna be weird, and I should have probably added Levitate to its abilities, but you know, I like Scream and Run more because it's funny. And yeah, well, it's just such a cool way to design a Pokemon by just making it a Valkyrie, by making it so uniquely interesting. Evolutionarily, it makes sense too, doesn't it? Like, Tinkaton gets so strong that it hunts down a Corviknight, takes its wings, and puts it on its hair, ears. I don't know what those are. I think it's its hair. I don't know. Pokemon biology eludes me to this day. But other than that, that's my last one. So yeah, let's have a look at it and finish off the video with one of my lovely associates. And that is all. Thank you all for joining us on this long adventure to see what we think speculative evolution of Pokemon could look like. It's just fan art when you think about it, but other than that, all of these will be going up on my Tumblr with all the lovely information and links to my friends where you can visit them also in the description. And I have one last thing before I usher you all out through the front door. We are launching a brand new server for this art side of the channel. Ignoring the dark server today, we won't be putting a link for that. You can find that in the other videos like the podcast and stuff. But other than that, this is a brand new server, the Hyperfixation Nation, where, you know, I think of a better name when I get to it. Other than that, in this channel we have an interactive community, monthly art challenges, constant validation, jokes, people who just love to talk to others. And, well, yeah, I hope you want to join us on that lovely little journey we have upcoming in this growth, because it's only up from here. My goal is to get to at least 1,000 subscribers before the year ends. And if I can get to more than that, I will throw a hatchet at my wall. Don't quote me on that. I don't own a hatchet, but I will buy one if I get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Maybe, yeah, let's just put a pin in that, and I'll think of a bigger challenge. I'm not doing a face reveal, you freaks. This is my beautiful visage you're gonna see, the dinosaur in front of you. Anyway, well, yeah, thanks for joining. Thank you, V and Grimm, for coming in today's episode, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for visiting the studio. You can go now.